What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm taking a look at Bitcoin, maybe the entire crypto market even, and the Clarity Act that has a lot to do with it, a trap, which I think is being overlooked. And yeah, let's just get into the video and let's analyze some stuff. Also, stay tuned towards the end of the video. A couple of freebies. Always good to take advantage of that, if you haven't already. All right, let's get into it, guys. All right, guys, so here we are at my personal Twitter page at Investing Frankly without the A. But these are the things I share. And this is basically the Trump meme coin damage report, where basically Donald Trump rug pulled Americans, his fans, people that bought it, whatever. They drained billions, 4.3 billion from the crypto market. 4.3 billion. That is a crazy amount of money, which they rug pull from the market. And it's not just them. There's a lot of manipulation going on. There's a lot of people that have had their money drained. And for a president that's claiming to be pro-Bitcoin and wants everyone to move to crypto, etc., 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 this is absolutely catastrophic for building confidence for people. So, yeah. I reposted this and I 100% agree with this. This is not a good look. And I do suspect this will leach over into Bitcoin if it hasn't already. There's already very sketchy stuff going on with certain poly market trades and bets against the market, etc., etc. A quote from the TV show Chernobyl. But I think the quote rings true very much. And seeing Kevin O'Leary, a billionaire, saying the Clarity Act will pass and send Bitcoin to 200K. Just not true. It's just not going to happen. And I'm going to expand on this, but let's stick around with that for one more second. This is from Connor. For those of you who don't know him, he's also a very big YouTuber, and he honestly got me started in all this. So yeah. Known him for a very long time, very good YouTuber, very good friend of mine as well. So yeah, check him out if you haven't already. And basically, this I saw this just before I started videoing this, started making this video, and yeah, this made me laugh. And I think that's important to, like, even with all the negativity, it's good to see take a little positive takeaway. But back to Kevin O'Leary. I think Kevin O'Leary, obviously, he's a very big player, has a lot to gain. And I mean, Kevin, he's not stupid. He's smart. He knows how much money goes around in crypto, how easy it is to manipulate crypto, how easy it is to drain crypto. So billionaires are not our friends in this. They aren't. They're just not. And before we reach that 200K, he would dump the crap out of Bitcoin at 150, 125. He probably already did. And I'm saying this without any proof. I don't have the proof that this happens, but we've seen it. We've seen massive amounts of money drained from Bitcoin. And this Clarity Act, even if we said the same thing with the ETFs. If ETFs passed and if ETF money comes in, we're going to see Bitcoin go to new heights. And we did go to 125K, but honestly, we were very close to that before all these ETFs started buying, supposedly, off market buying even. So I take it with a very, very heavy grain of salt. And this is the trap, which I think it is, the next trap that they've built. They're trying to draw in more retail funds, more investors. And the second you do, they have a bunch of Bitcoin. They're just going to sell on us. It's going to happen. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily the reason why we shouldn't invest anymore, but it is a very smart move to not wait out that 200K move, because it's not going to go to 200K in one go. It's going to, even if we go back up straight away again, if it passes, which I highly doubt with the current market conditions, but let's say it does. Let's say we go back to 100K. At 100K, it's very highly likely that the price will dump back down. So if we grab crypto for a second, and if we're at 67 and we're hitting that 100K, 100% we're going to see another drop like this. And it happened the first time we passed 100K. That's exactly what happened. But it happened in the past as well. Every time we hit that milestone, we see a huge sell off. Now, who's selling off? It's not retail that's selling at that point, maybe a little bit. But it's big it's big money that's then pushing those prices down. It's manipulators that manage to pull in new funds, and they're just going to dump that, and they want to drain the money out of that market. Now, the reason that it's so easy is because these markets are unregulated. It's very hard for a company to do this with its stock price because it's not allowed. The SEC would have a field day with it. They would sue and make people liable, et cetera, et cetera. And this was starting to happen on crypto before Trump. There were people being held liable. There were people being put in jail. So it was becoming safer, actually, to invest into crypto. And honestly, I think Donald Trump took advantage of that. And he fired the people responsible for bringing those cases to justice. Now, not all of them, most likely. There's probably still a few here and there, but I'm not interwoven into those politics far enough. But I know that a lot of them have been. CZ has been pardoned. There's the crypto president of some country got pardoned. There's very sketchy stuff happening. And I think the proof in that is that Donald Trump's own coins, both coins, like Trump and Melania, that have almost dropped 100%, like 99 versus 95% drop. I mean, you can talk all you want, but if you're supposed to be the crypto president of the United States or the world, whatever you want to call it, you have drained, you have rug pulled your own tokens against your own fans. That is not defensible. That is just not defensible. And you can say whatever you want, but that's the exact same play, the exact same scheme every single rug pull token has done. So if that's somehow good, please explain it to me, because I don't see that. I see that as just taking a huge amount of advantage of your privileged position and basically just draining money out of the markets. Now, like I said, he's not the only one. There's a lot of people doing this, but we're going backwards. We're, instead of holding people accountable, suing them, putting them in jail, or trying to refund people, we're just deregulating it even more, and we're just allowing this to happen. And with things like Pump.fun and all these meme coins and all that other crap out there, it's taking away from the legitimate projects. So people ask me, why isn't there an altcoin season? This is why there isn't an altcoin season, because billions have been wiped from the markets. And instead of going to legitimate crypto projects where we think that's going to provide a better service or an actual use case in the future, people backing or investing into legitimate projects, we've been putting it in crap that goes skyrockets overnight and then drains the next day. And yes, a few investors might have pulled out some decent amounts, but the main players, the founders of these tokens, they've drained every single market they invented. Every single market they built, they drained, and they got off completely free. So yeah, if you're telling me that's a good thing, I completely disagree with that. And I maybe not everyone, I might not make myself too popular with everyone with this video, but that's my honest opinion. And I think it's a valid opinion, honestly. And I mean, I'm okay. My crypto is generally overall in a nice profit. I've been buying for a few years. I'm not worried about the current price at all, because I do think we'll outlive the Trump effect. We're relatively safe on that. But eventually we're going to see a return on Bitcoin, but we need a lot more confidence in the crypto markets, and we need less rug pulls. We need less Wild West stories. We need more stable, solid growth on all this crypto, on all this, not just Bitcoin. We need it on Ethereum. We need it on Solana. We need it on every single asset out there, or valid asset out there, is something I should say. So in short, if you are looking to buy into crypto, into Bitcoin, I'd be very wary about stuff, about counting onto things going to 200K, because it's not going to happen. I can tell you that. It's not going to happen overnight. And even if we get close, the price will very likely shoot back down. So either, personally, if it happens, I'm just going to take some profits along the way, because I know for a fact that we'll see this similar price structure, and a pattern is not just going to break itself, especially at the market cap size of Bitcoin. I mean, it is the total crypto market cap right now is way down. Bitcoin's market cap is also way down. So yes, there is a lot of room for upside potential now. And if you buy at 67, 65, let's call it 65 or 60, 65 for easy calculating. But basically, if it goes back to 125K, you're almost up 100%. And yeah, 100% gain on something like Bitcoin. We know it can achieve it because it's done it in the past. It's likely to achieve it somewhere along in the future. So yeah, 100% gain on Bitcoin, very possible, but it could take years. It honestly could take years. We could also go much lower. We could go back to 30K, 15K if the sellers are indeed not exhausted yet. That's very possible to happen. All right, so I wanted to point out a few freebies. And yeah, my screen's not working along, but I have a completely free Discord in the description below. Feel free to join that, a group where I try to share every trade I do, every asset I buy, sell, hold, everything I'm looking at. I'm also just trying to build a decent crypto community, which is free, where everyone is able to share their opinions or ask me any questions you'd like. So be sure to check that out. Also, personally, I use BitUnix, one of my favorite exchanges. Why? Because it has proof of reserves. It's relatively safe. I know for a fact during some high crashing times, like very high volume times, a few people got caught out, weren't able to close trades, etc., and they completely refunded them or reinstated them, and they did right by their customers. And I think that's a very unique thing. And if you join right now through my link, you can get up to 10K in trading benefits for free. Yeah, that link is in the description down below as well. Be sure to check that out. And like I said, it's completely free. You can check it out, you can use it, and if not, you're completely free to not use it as well. All right, so be sure to check that out, guys. And yeah, be sure to leave some comments. I want to hear your opinion on this. And yeah, if you like the content I put out, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.